got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go! First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
We're set. 188. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talked. They hide him, but the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, Newton. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 180. Come on, 21. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
21.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Eluding the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
I got you. 21. 2.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Newton. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, here's Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. Complete to right. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Newton now to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Sheldon Day. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. He may try and the ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
2nd and 5 now. Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open. Complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Now they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Newton's pass is on target to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Jim. Hey! Echo!
On 1st and 10, Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing again is Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Damon Harrison. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Alpha. 59.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Garoppolo. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Garoppolo toward the pylon, caught. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 66 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 69 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll go to Barkley again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, his second sack of the night.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Newton. Try! Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. Touchdown, Carolina. Jakeem Grant, 48 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. It's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Jordan Willis able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
On 2nd and 15 now. Newton, the veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 15.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The Panthers going for it on fourth. Newton. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Greg. Right there. 54. Right. 54, Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Grant. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Back to throw, Newton. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Here we go.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a 2nd and long.
21.
Play action. Garoppolo. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now a run with McCaffrey. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Check.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Coach handling it, the offensive coordinator. Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. McCaffrey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Taking a shot for Samuel. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. One final try now for Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.